All right, yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again. This is still Creative Business Suite or Kikiola at DOC. And today, this evening, I'll be talking about what, like I said earlier, was definitely going to help your business move into a life-changing dynamics of making sales. And this is nothing more than, well, something very simple, very simple, but identify a very big problem. And once it is identified, then the problem is solved. So what exactly is this problem that we all get to know? And that problem is simply knowing what your target audience is. Previously, I've talked about market segmentation. So if you haven't really listened to that, I know that once you listen to this, it's best you also listen to market segmentation, because after your target audience, there's a necessity for you to also divide your audience into segmentations. You need to have an understanding of either their demographics, their psychographics, their behavior, technographic, and every other form of segmentation you need to talk about. But today, this evening, I'll be talking about target audience. I'm definitely going to be dividing this into two. Wherever I can cover to this today, then next week Wednesday we get to continue. So, what exactly is this target audience? Now, the business world is actually created towards people who are willing to buy whatsoever you get to offer. Either you want to sell a product or you want to sell a service. Now, these people has to be identified. And for you to identify them, you need to know how you need to tap into this wealth. So the target audience is like a wealth that you need to tap into. And once you tap into this wealth, you are definitely having the understanding of what exactly your target audience wants, their preferences, and how they get to buy what you get to offer. So a target audience is more of a group of people that your products, your services, your marketing efforts are aimed towards. They are typically defined by the likes of traits, the traits like age, gender, income, interest, challenges, and goals. Well, targeting the right audience can help you reduce cost at the same time. Yes, increase conversion. So everything about business is targeting the right audience. The moment you do not target the right audience, every of your effort might not really be yielding the results you want. So the moment you have an understanding of your target audience, trust me, you are looking towards identifying your conversions, you are looking towards meeting up with your goals, and most importantly, you are looking towards achieving 100% of sales. So for example, let's assume that a target audience for a high-end fashion brand might probably be affluent women between the age of 30 to 45 who are interested in luxury goods. Now, the benefit of knowing your target audience is the fact that it gives you an understanding that your product is not for everybody. It is for some specific set of people. And one thing about this thing, when you notice that, yes, the moment you begin to identify your target audience, some things begin to change, especially if you're using social media. The likes of maybe your followers can begin to decrease. Now, if it's actually decreasing, it's a good thing. It actually implies that, yes, you've actually been tailoring your content to some specific people who are actually your target audience. So the variety of people you have as your followers are definitely your target audience. So the moment maybe you observe that yes, people are decreasing, maybe by the time you tailor it, people are decreasing. Yes, it's totally fine. As time goes on, it will get back to increasing. But right now, you just need to tailor it to your target audience. And the benefit is that the fantastic benefit is that whatsoever you push out there is definitely going to do the work for you 100%. And one of the best tools out there you can always use, if you want to have an understanding of your target audience, I'm going to recommend just two right now. The first one is the SEMrush tool. SEMrush is a platform that gives you an understanding into a full insight of SEO, advertisements, agencies, content marketing, content advertising, social media, GA4, that's Google Analytics 4. If you're looking how you can actually tap into all these things, you have SEMrush. SEMrush is one tool that can totally give you insight into all these things. Then another tool, now, this tool will definitely help you still look into your competitor if you're trying to know where the target audience of your competitors are actually coming from. This particular website is going to help you do the whole trick. It's going to help you do that trick. And this website is simply called similarweb.com. Just all you need to do is enter those websites, just arrange them in their list and put it on similarweb.com. It's going to give you an analysis of the traffic, where their traffic is coming from. It's going to show you the platform they are using, the social media they're using, everything you need to know. So this target audience will always be untapped. You can always tap into it at every point in time, so far you have something that separates you from every other person. Look, if you're using SEMrush, yes, and most importantly too, yes, SEMrush also offers the same opportunity. SEMrush offers the same opportunity, gives you the opportunity to tap into, to look into your competitor. Maybe you are using their, maybe looking through their website. SEMrush gives you that opportunity. And also, if you want to use social media, maybe you don't have a website yet. You don't have a website yet, but SimilarWeb is actually restricted to people with a website. But if you don't have it, well, there's still good news for you. You can actually log on to, you can still use SEMrush. SEMrush is presently offering one of their tools, and that tool is particularly called One Two Target. One Two Target. So One Two Target is the kind of tool that, yes, gives you an opportunity to look into your target audience, both from social media, from YouTube, across every other platforms you're using right there. So two things people get to confuse with each other is the target audience and your target market. Now, these are two different people or categories of people. They are two different people entirely. So a target market is like the entire group of people might be interested in your product or service. So this means that the target audience is a subset of your target market. So let me quickly break down what a target market actually looks like. In the marketing terminology, the target market is actually divided into five. Quickly, let me explain the five. The first one, we have the potential market. The second, we have the available market. The third one, we have the qualified available market. We have the target market, and we have the penetrated market. So let me quickly break them down one after the other. So what exactly is the potential market? The potential market is simply looking at the total number of people who you consider to be interested in buying your products or service. So if you're looking at women, yeah, women are likely the total number of people. Women are this category of people who are willing to buy a product. Yes, they become your potential market. So women are your potential market. Now the next one is your available market. So within the potential market now, there are now people who are likely not to have enough money to buy the product. So that simply implies that within that same potential market, not everybody is with the resources to get a product you're willing to offer. So there are some people that now becomes the available markets, which implies that these are people who have the resources to get your product as at the time you're actually pushing it out for sales. So once you've identified your available markets, now there's now for you to now extend further into what we now identify as the qualified available market. No, now when your target market, when the target audience in your available market, when your available market has the money, the resources to buy your product or your service, to purchase your service. Now, there's therefore the need for you to now check what exactly among those available markets is permitted to buy this product. So in the available market, who are permitted to buy it? Who exactly are the people who will instantly buy it? So they become the qualified available market. So do not forget that you must not neglect your available market. The necessity of you not neglecting them is the fact that they might not become early adopters, but in the long run, the consistency of you building a relationship might actually push them into buying the product. But the instant ones are the qualified available market. So these are people who are permitted to always buy the product or service. Then the next one, we have the target market. The target market. So it is a segment. Now, this is not the segment of that same available market that you are ready to serve. These are the people that you've not identified. They've become, they've been identified as the market in which the company or you are ready to serve. And the last but not the least, I have here is the penetrated market. Now, these customers in the target market who have purchased the products or the service you offer. So the penetrated now have moved beyond just the target, the qualified, and the available. They've become the people who have, at one point in time, get to buy what exactly you are talking about. So that is what exactly the target market is definitely all about. And I've taken my time to explain the five terminologies under the marketing audience, the marketing target, or the target market, or the marketing audiences. So moving on, there's also another thing we get to confuse with the target audience, and that's what we call the buyer persona. The buyer persona. So what exactly is this thing? You need to understand their differences. So you need to have an understanding, a clear understanding of their differences. Now, a buyer persona is an identified person. Please take note. A buyer persona is an identified person, a profile of a person that represents a particular profile, personality of a person in your target audience. Let me break that down. I'm simply saying that the profile of a single person in your target audience. So that person becomes your target persona, your buyer persona. It means that you've identified what will make a single person buy your product. The moment you identify what will make a single person, now that single person is now applicable in every person that you've identified as your target audience. So automatically your buyer persona agrees with every other person in your target audience. So a buyer persona is a profile that represents an archetypal member of a target audience. So it should provide a detailed idea of who you are addressing, who you are engaging, who you are trying to talk to, those people you are trying to sell to. You are looking at creating a CV for them, but you are not actually doing a CV. Actually, you are looking at why they should buy from you, what are their pain points, why do they need your product. So these are what you are identifying in your buyer persona. You get to see that it's actually different from the target market, and at the same time, it's different from your target audience. So there's a necessity for you to now break this target audience, from the target market to the target audience. From the target audience, you break out your buyer persona. So let's look at, for example, this was built with so let's look at, and for a very good example right now is, maybe if you are into let me give a very good example. So let's say that you are into what's it called now? Let's assume that probably you are selling. Let me quickly look for an example. Now you're selling clothing, you're selling luxury clothing, and your target audiences are women who are likely to buy this product. So you are actually looking at, number one, let's look at their age. Their age. You're looking at women between the ages of probably 25 to 45. What exactly are these women looking at? They're looking for items, wares that they can always wear to their place of works. So you're pointing out categories of clothing that will fit into probably their corporate wears or their outings. Maybe they want to go to parties. You have something that matches up. You have a complete set of wears. These are what you're looking at. And these are people that always love to dress corporate. Some people love colors. They love to wear matching colors. You are looking at, yes, these are what people are looking to. Some people, because some people are always conscious of the way they dress. They get to like they are always conscious of people mocking them the way they actually look in their dresses. So you are looking at painting a kind of a buyer persona that actually identifies this thing. So this is what exactly a buyer persona is. So why is it a necessity for you to find your target audience? Very simple. Now, finding your target audience allows you to tailor your marketing strategies to the right people, to the right people. So it means that you can actually be setting out content and you're definitely not matching it out to the right people. So one of the best advantage of knowing your target audience at an early stage is that the right content to the right people. Oh, and lest I forget, I posted something this morning that whatsoever is the right content is actually subjective. Let me just talk little bit about that. Whatsoever is the right content is actually subjective. And why? Because if you've totally gone through a pool of knowledge, you'd actually discover that people have all the time just tell you that your content should be tailored to your target audience. So what exactly does your target audience needs becomes subjective. In other words, it means that it is not applicable at every point in time. So what exactly am I trying to say? There are two types of content you can always leverage on. Number one is what we call the pull content. The number two is what we call the push content. What exactly is this push and pull content? Pull content, in its literary meaning, it seems that it's these are contents that tries to pull your target audience closer to your brand. Push content are content that simply do what? That makes your target audience move far away from your brand. And these are very simple ways. The moment 60% of your content is come and buy, I am selling, it simply implies that no, people are not going to probably be your very good. People are not definitely going to be patronizing. They're not going to be coming to make inquiries, because people at every point in time have an understanding. The first thing that comes to the mind of a person is that this person is actually trying to sell to me, and I'm not interested. But the moment people are seeing that, can see you're trying to find them a solution, They are interested in the solution and not the money. So, in other words, they are paying you the money, you are giving them solution. Well, in the reality, you've actually made sales. So, pull content in its simplest form are contents that attracts your target audience. It brings them closer to you. They do not appear salesy. What do I mean by salesy? They do not look like you are pitching anything. They do not appear like you are selling anything. It does not even look like it has no element of come and buy. But in the long run, people are actually coming to your DMs to make inquiries like, wow, I love your content concerning this. I would like to make more inquiries. That is what the pull content actually does for you. But there is a but, and that but is that it requires time and a lot of planning. You need to really, really strategize. You don't just send out contents today and it works tomorrow. It is not the same day you sow, the day you reap. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. It takes a while. It takes patience and consistency. And lest I forget, also, consistency does not have a universal definition in the world of business. And the reason is that your consistency is defined by what you and your brand has to offer. So that's exactly where consistency. So, what exactly does this target audience do? People are likely to buy your product or service when it is tailored to the right audience, and therefore it increases your conversion rate. So what exactly is conversion? Conversion is simply the moment when either content or anything converts into sales for you. So it increases your conversion rate. And another addition is that it also helps your advertising to a narrow audience, and that tends to be very cheaper, because when you have an understanding of your target audience, your advertising cost gets cheaper. So getting clarity on your target audience can benefit the following areas of your marketing. Number one, we have copywriting. Two, we have content marketing. Three, we have email marketing. Four, we have social media marketing. Um, the fifth one, we have pay per click. The sixth one, we have the search engine optimization. That's SEO, search engine optimization. Now, so what exactly, how does it help your copywriting? So it helps you to know how you should describe your offer to attract and convert your target audience. Oh, a very quick marketing tips here. If you have an understanding of your target audience, it is very important for you to know what they say, so that by the time you are preparing your copywriting content, you are actually infusing some common languages into your copywriting content. So when they see it, come on, they get to align with it and feel like, yes, this person is actually writing to me. You're preparing content to one person, but at the same time, you're writing to a diverse number of people. So that's exactly why knowing your target audience is very, very important, because it makes you to have an understanding of them, know what they are saying, and know how you can use what they are saying into your own content. Then number two is your own content marketing. Now, it makes you have an understanding of what exactly should you post as your blog posts, what are the videos or reels you should set, and what podcasts should you create to attract your target audience. So it helps your content marketing. Like now, I know there's some people who are likely to listen to me still do not have an understanding of how to identify their target audience, and that's why I have to create this. Now, whoever is listening to this is definitely finding value in everything I'm saying right now. So the next one is that email, it helps your email marketing campaign. So what specific message should you use in your email campaign? Yes, you see, the email campaign is a different thing on its own, because at each point in your email campaign, there's always a need for segmentation, and that segmentation comes in handy when you have been able to know your target audience. Then the next one is social media marketing. What platforms are these people present on? What platforms do they use most of the time? See, if you are into, let me just give this one before I round up. Before I round off, if you're into the real estate and company, real estate properties, rentals, etc., you do not have a business with running probably Instagram ads. Well, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but your concern should be Google ads, because people are always looking for houses on Google. It's not on Instagram. They're not even looking on Facebook. So Google has becomes your marketing platforms. If you're into the fashion industry, you are definitely looking at Instagram. You're definitely looking at Instagram. If you are into health and wellness, you are looking at Facebook. Why? Because a large population of people use Facebook. Facebook is the most used social media platform. So there's a necessity for you to actually identify what platform people are using. If you are totally attracting the Gen Z, definitely you have Twitter. Twitter is there for you to attract all those categories of people. So it all boils down to what platforms these people are using. So by the time you are able to like know your target audience, you definitely get to know the right platforms they use and the platform they are active on. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've totally been listening to how to identify your target audience. I've totally been talking about target audience. I've been able to explain target audience, the five methodologies under the target market, and I've also talked about the benefits of identifying your target market. So before I leave this evening, I just want to leave you with one tool, just one tool that you can actually make use of your that can help you in your marketing, and that tool is called Synthesia. Synthesia is synthesia.ai. Synthesia is a video making platform. It helps you create videos just by putting in some words. It creates you an avatar, a person that says the word and everything. You just have it there, and you just get to share it out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for always listening. Thank you for joining. This is Last Radio 95.7. You can check me out on social media. I am Ogikiola Adeusi across everywhere. Thanks for joining. Peace and love.